Oh, what a week it's been. Another full-on, action-packed week. We had some unexpected guests drop in, which carried some pretty severe consequences. Not in the plan. In fact, sorry, one minute. That's better. 3 guesses who our visitors were. Yeah, we had the HSE Health and Safety Executive drop in unannounced, which is what they do, and we got shut down. The site got shut down. There was various health and safety issues that they deemed an immediate risk to health. Obviously, we didn't think so. We were working in here and everything was fine. Now, I'm not disputing what they've raised because it doesn't matter if I agree or disagree with it or not. They have the overarching power. But I do see what they were saying, and as much as we feel competent and able to work in the conditions we were working in, it doesn't make you foolproof or bulletproof. So yeah, it came with a number of remedial works to be carried out, and that's all we're allowed to do. The last day or two has been spent making good floors. So let's take a look and get into this week's episode. So it's fresh week. We have the roofer back, which is great, and we are back inside, pushing on with getting our flooring down. We're having to use a 22mm chipboard flooring, which will get glued and screwed. This room didn't have any of the original boards, so we're replacing with chipboard. On top of the chipboard, once that's down, we're just going to use that to work off for the time being, and then we'll get all our cable and our pipe work in, and then it'll be 2x-inch plasterboard, chipboard on top of that for the noise deafening. So Dylan is gluing the joists for us putting down the new chipboard flooring. Logan is cutting and I am nailing. This just really helps take any potential squeaks and creaks out the floor. Oh, these are the things that you need to do for these old properties. I'm down at salvage yard in the soaking rain, hand picking out weathered slate so that it matches our existing slate for the final of these roof repairs. So Robert the roofer's back today as well, which is great. He's getting these front valleys in, finishing all the valleys. We're going to be getting some new ridges as well, and then also piecing in all the missing slates. So we've opened up the roof just so we know, so none get missed. Piecing in all the slate and getting rid of this newer stuff and replacing it with traditional slate. So we've also had the flashing on this chimney breast redone because all the lead work had come away. It rotten the sarking board, so sarking's been replaced, reslated, new lead work, and then this will get the dash on it today, hopefully at some point. So what is pretty crazy is everything you've seen so far has been on the first and second floor. We also have the ground floor, which is going to be partly retail at the front, and part of the reason I'm not showing this is because the light is terrible in here, so hopefully you can see this. I'm on the underside of the flooring that we've been putting down on the second level. You can see our new sarking boards, and then you can also see the existing runners and sarking boards. So this is what we were doing. There's our new 2x-inch, and then you can see this lighter wood is our OSB, which we've then put our insulation on top of, and then our flooring on top of that. And this is the old method where It is essentially lath and plaster, but it's not quite lath and plaster. There is a coating of it that is put to seal these boards, and then they put the ash deafening on top of that, and that is just for exactly what it's called, deafening. It's to reduce noise travelling between floors. While we are getting the flooring down, Vincent is getting these runners back in for new sarking boards so that we can then put back in our old deafening in between these joists where we've had to splice them in. So what we're using for sarking boards is 12mm OSB, and as I say, there's our 2x-inch runners underneath that, 12mm OSB, and then deafening will go in here. So now we have our OSB down, we are getting ready to put in our fiberboard insulation. We obviously don't have enough of the old traditional deafening, and there's actually currently no manufacturer in the UK that supplies modern equivalents of that, so we're going for a appropriately graded noise dampening fiberboard. So that's us. So Dylan's done a nice job of getting our insulation in. Me and Logan are now going to relay the boards that we lifted to get this in, and then we're going to piece in this missing section that didn't have flooring down with some more chipboard flooring. And it was all going so well. Here I am at the scene of the crime. This is where and what we were working on when the HSE guys came and forced a halt to any and all progress. And yeah, it was a bit unfortunate timing when they arrived. The guys were lifting some floor in preparation for it to go down. I was actually down in the car sending some emails. I saw 2 high-vises and hard hats arrive, and I immediately suspected that that's who they were and what they were here for. And this was just an impromptu visit. There's been no incidents or accidents or anything. It's just them doing their job. So it's no slant on the guys either. They were the HSE gents that were here. They were nice enough and, you know, just doing their job. And yeah, let's just say they really know their job. We had our floors up, and that was one of the main reasons that they deemed it as an immediate risk to health. I mean, there was a number of things that they flagged up, which I don't know. Let's say they're of lesser importance, shall I say? But they're getting remedied nonetheless on my part. And as much as I will make some light-hearted jokes about this, I do take it very seriously and understand the severity of the potential, well, not only the consequences of me not taking it seriously, but just the very real sort of risks that were highlighted. As much as we are in and around us every day, we feel safe to work. It doesn't change, it doesn't change the fact that the dangers are there, and it can just take one lapse of concentration or one mistimed step, and you are in pretty serious bother. So yeah, we've only had a day and a half now of being able to put things right. So we have done so immediately, and yeah, we will aim to sort of be reopened and back at it for next week, hopefully at some point. I'm actually never had this happen to me before, so I'm not entirely sure of the sequence of events now. All I know is that there is a whole number of things that I need to do to get our working site up to a safe standard. So yeah, that's priority number 1 going forward. And the privilege for all this, having the site shut down, having to send the guys home, not allowed anybody else on site until remedial works are done, losing time, all the costs that are involved with that. We also get the privilege of paying the HSE £188 per hour that the guys were, the HSE inspectors were here. So if nothing else, let that be a motivator for yourself if for whatever reason you are carrying out any works. Hopefully not on this scale unless you are familiar with it, but yeah, worth noting that their costs alone are I think they're edging up to £1,000. So, and that's outside of the knock on of other costs that are incurred by myself. So yeah, little warning for you there, if nothing else.